Before the recent controversies about police use of force, there was Albuquerque, New Mexico. Albuquerque Police Department footage released in 2014 shows an unarmed homeless man surrounded by 5 armed uniformed officers. From a camera atop an officer's helmet, you can watch as the man is shot to death. This wasn't the first time a police shooting in Albuquerque raised concerns. There were dozens over the last decade. But the video released in this case prompted nationwide attention and a Department of Justice investigation.
Do it.
Incidents like the one in Albuquerque and elsewhere may have contributed to strong national support for the use of police body cameras. 87% of people surveyed said it was a good idea in a poll conducted by US Today and the Pew Research Center. We're in downtown Las Cruces to find out what people think about body-worn cameras on police officers.
They should have done it long ago here in New Mexico, especially Albuquerque, but it seems like they just have a license to kill and nobody challenges them.
Our police force is getting younger and younger, and I just think, you know, it all comes down to when we're getting younger police force, I think their attitudes are a little bit different than like old school.
I think they're insulting, and I think it's going to be incredibly expensive and not that necessary.
So not that useful.
Waste of money.
The police are kind of like bullies with badges, you know. Even in this little town, I've been followed and pulled over a couple of times for no particular reason at all, and that'll stop guys from doing stuff like that, you know, knowing that they're on tape and knowing that they're being filmed or something like that.
This is the actual camera, the lens, if you will. This right here has a clip that can mount either on a lapel, on the shoulder.
That's Las Cruces Police Department spokesperson Dan Trujillo. He says cameras do enhance oversight of officer interactions, but the check and balance of video really cuts both ways.
All in all, the cameras have been more of a benefit to the officers in their investigation and in improving the facts of their case.
Trujillo cites many examples of false assault claims made against officers, citizens trying to get out of traffic tickets, and conflicting stories that recorded video has allowed to be verified and evaluated in a court when it's taken that far.
It's kind of hard to fight video proof.
The Las Cruces Police Department has actually been using body cameras since 2012 and had been using audio recorders before that. They currently have 15 cameras shared between 140 uniformed officers. But in 2015, 72 more cameras will be put to use with about $320,000 of city funds. It sounds like a lot of money, but it's a little more than half of the $625,000 the city has spent in settling police misconduct claims in the last 4 years. Trujillo says despite the effectiveness of cameras, there are limitations.
LCPD officers go on roughly 355 calls a day. So do the math on that. We cannot have this camera on for every single call. We cannot have it on for every 10-hour shift our officers are on. So there are limited times when our officers can use these or should be using them.
Trujillo says officers are given discretion on the use of cameras, but in certain incidents, including domestic disputes and dealings with mentally ill residents, police are obliged to turn on their cameras and can be disciplined or even suspended for failing to do so. Trujillo says the potential for more federal funding, along with cheaper and better technology, should allow cameras to become more widely used by police. For KRWG, I'm Simon Thompson.